Y mientras te calienta. ¡Feliz Navidad! ¿Seguro que quiere para Navidad? The facts. Bam. Mm. No sé. Oh man, we jamming on a Friday night. Yes, we are. Mm-hmm. No sé. No sé. Man, baby. I feel like people are in here, probably keep chatting, but my thing is not right. Oh, nobody's done anything yet. Mm-hmm. Puerto la 12. Puerto la 12. Puerto la 12. Tú me viste en el club. Tú me viste en el club. Tú me viste en el club. Yeah, you can't really hear that. Yeah, you can't really hear that. Yeah, you can't really hear that. No, hoy haré a loca. No, hoy haré a loca. No, hoy haré a loca. Man, man, not bad, man, not bad, man, not bad. Hoy haré a loca, yeah. Hoy haré a loca, yeah. Hoy haré a loca, yeah. Ah, anywho, ah, anywho, ah, anywho, ah. All right. At some point, we'll just start just going off. Mm-hmm. Oh man. Anywho, on fire. See your smile. Lot, what's up, bro? Welcome on in, bro. Good to see you. How's everything? Andote. Ya me cansé de tu mentira. We're vibing here. It's Friday night. We're just relaxing. Some good sports news. I mean, obviously the week before the Super Bowl is never it's never that much of a week. It's pretty chill. But when I was younger, I used to be really like, oh, the Super Bowl's next week. I'm sure. I don't know if you changed your name recently, but if you've been here for a long time, I appreciate it. You know that. Well, I first started streaming, if you want to know. I first started streaming 2022 Yankee games. That's when I started. I burned myself out, stopped in 2023, did the Yankees. I did it sporadically, but had to realign and refocus a little bit. Kind of dabbled with it in 2024, especially with the playoff run and the World Series. And then this past year started to get going. I am ready for the Yankee season. You know, I used to be so into it every single throughout the year, even with the Jets. 23 then. I was watching 24. I was watching the World Series. My wife actually live streamed game 5 for me because I was at work and I couldn't do it. And that turned out to be a great video on YouTube. Great. I think it had like 13,000 views. Incredible. Now I mean, this year we were this past year we had a good Yankee season. When I was posting consistently, we were doing okay. We didn't really grow. Yeah, we ran COD too. Did some COD. Did a little MLB The Show. Not too much Madden. Man, I haven't played a video game in forever. My PS5 just sits here dormant. I need to actually reconnect it to my PC so that I can play. But it was something. It was fun doing all that content and just trying to figure it all out, right? And we've been back. Notorious, what's up, fam? What's happening? Good to see you, bro. Notorious has been a long time friend. Long time friend of the program. A lot of the regulars keep coming back, you know? They stuck through everything. What's been hard is what's been hard. Don't you dare mention that game 5. Yeah, I won't mention it. I was just saying that my wife was doing the streaming for me. I didn't do it. My wife my wife was watching it for me because I was at work. Problem is, what's up, KP? Good to see you, bro. I don't know if we're gonna get back. I don't know if we're gonna get back. He was just asking if I'm ready about the Yankee season. And it's like, what are you gonna do with the Yankees? Right? Yes, they have awesome pitching. Yes, they got Judge. Yeah, they got Bellinger back. They still kind of have the same team. They don't have Goldschmidt. Okay. You still got Rice, Dominguez, Volpe, Jazz, Bellinger, Grisham. They just don't. They think, from what it looks like to me, they look like, hey, we have a great pitching staff. We're gonna retool the bullpen and we're gonna run it back. I don't think that's enough. I don't think the Yankees have enough to actually win the World Series this year. Rerun the team and pray they stay in shape, Just. They might call you to play third. Listen, I come cheap, okay? And the Yankees aren't going to spend that much money. They don't want to put a championship caliber team that can. I mean, it's a competitive team. Can you say it's a championship team? No. You know? I mean, the fact that we don't have Devin Williams on the team should give us a couple more wins. We won't have any more blown saves, right? Because how many games did he blow last year? But the Yankees just kind of go, hey, we're good. We're going to run it back. And if we just try again and get there, anything can happen in the postseason. They just think that anything can just happen. And what's going to happen is they're going to have Aaron Judge get older, Garrett Cole get older, and they still haven't won. Judge turns 34 this year. That was Swag. Swag is the Jays fan. So Aaron Judge is going to be 34 this year in April. How many more peak years of Aaron Judge are we going to have for us to sit here and act like we have all the time in the world to get it done? Think about how good we have to be to get to the World Series in the American League, and how good we have to be to possibly beat the Dodgers. How good do we have to be? Do we have a great leadoff hitter? No. Are we going to strike out a lot? Probably. Right? You can kind of get a tell of what team this team is going to be. Now, I think the pitching is going to be awesome. I'm excited to see Cole, Rodon, Fried, Schlittler, Heel, right? Warren. All these guys, I want to see how they're going to look and how they're going to shape that rotation up. To be honest, we're probably not going to see Cole for a little bit. We may not see Rodon to start the year. Let those guys get healthy. Let Schlittler get a lot of reps early in the season. See how he looks over a course of a season. Heel stays healthy. We look pretty good. When are they going to get Clark Schmidt back? What are you going to do when he gets there? Is someone going to get pushed to the bullpen? I don't know if we're the best team in the East. I mean, the Jays are always going to be a threat, and we got to treat them as such. Red Sox are going to be better. Red Sox started to get better last year, towards the end of the year, and gave us problems. The entire division gave us problems. So, I know the Yankees are going to be good for 88 to 95 wins. I know that. They got the power, they got the talent, they got all these guys. But how much better are they going to be to win first place? How much better do they have to be to beat the Jays? And how much better do they have to be to beat the Dodgers? Because they're the betting favorites. They're the betting favorites to be in the World Series. Let me look at the World Series odds. As of right now, the World Series odds for 2025 or 2026, excuse me. I mean, what are you going to do with this? Dodgers plus 225. Yankees plus 700. We're always going to be up there. And I know that. I can live with that. The Yankees are always going to be up there. But they need more. What are they going to end up doing with shortstop? Because what's going to happen in June if they give Volpe the shortstop job and it's more of the same? They don't strike me as a team that's going to be willing to pivot and do what they have to do to get a championship team, because they would have done more. I know free agency in MLB is Dodgers got to be something illegal. Listen, the Dodgers use all their revenue. They're deferring the money and they're using all of their revenues. Facts, Notorious. Wow, 4 years. That's crazy. Yo, we've been streaming for a long time. So, KP, you know that. The Yankees are going to be good for 88 to 95 wins. They got great starting pitching. When fully healthy, I'm sure by the summer, everybody stays healthy. Best rotation in baseball. That 1 through 5 is the best. Cole, Fried, Schlittler, Rodon, Heel, Schmidt, Warren is still around. They got 7 starters, 5 spots for the rotation. Someone's going to go to the bullpen. Someone's going to be upset. Do they try to play around and maybe Heel goes to the bullpen? Schlittler goes to the bullpen? I was talking to my friend of mine that was saying Schlittler probably has good closer stuff. Warren could be an inning eater, 1,000%. Warren could be an innings eater as they try to maintain that control. But is somebody destined for the bullpen? You know? Who's like the next Mason Miller on the Yankees if they want to go that route. You can't have 7 starters, right? Because you guys have routines, and pitchers are very prone to routine. So what do you do there? Is Cam Schlittler somebody you would put in the bullpen if you wanted to? He's got the electric stuff. He's got the command. He's got the presence. It's something to think about. We won't do it. Something to think about. I'm still concerned about the Yankees. You know, what do you do with Rice, Dominguez, and Grisham? All right, Grisham's going to be center fielder, but can he replicate that success that he had? Maybe with that left-handed swing, but you might have a problem. You might have a problem with, you have a lot of DHs. You have a lot of DHs, and they have to figure that out around Judge and piece that around. Shortstop concern. I'm wait and see. Spencer Jones, where does he fit? Because I'm sure he's going to be playing in the spring. And if Spencer Jones has an awesome camp and you have to put him on the roster, what do you do? What do you do? So I hope that they can I hope that they give some young guys a chance. Have they shifted the philosophy from the barrels and the launch angles to contact hitting and getting on base and grinding at bats? I don't know. Is Lombard going to be is going to compete for shortstop? I don't know. A lot of questions. They're not terrible because they're still going to be good. But a lot of pieces to put together. And they're running out of time with Aaron Judge. They're running out of time. Now, I need to know everybody's thoughts on MLB The Show 2026. First off, I thought the cover of MLB 26 was awesome. I really did. I think it's unique. I think it's clean. Aaron Judge is the face of the sport. I had a friend of mine that was like, I don't know if he was joking or not, but he was like, oh, it should have been Soto or Lindor on the cover. Why? Oh, it should have been Cal Raleigh with MVP. Why? Look at the cover comparison from 18 to 26. The World Baseball Classic, perfect. You incorporate that, his background, 99 USA. He's just the man, bro. The cover is clean. And the Team USA uniforms look awesome. The roster looks awesome. Now, it's cool. The World Baseball Classic is one of the best tournaments in the game. One of the best ideas that baseball has ever done. It's the 20-year anniversary since the first World Baseball Classic as well. Judge is the rightful cover. Judge is the rightful MVP. He is. Whether you like it or not. I don't know why Soto Lindor will be on here. Unless you wanted to have a whole World Baseball Classic edition. I'm sure they have some cool themes for that. But it's deserving. It was a Met fan saying that to me. I was like, yo, bro, come on, bro. Like, Met fans are fun to talk to sometimes. He was making this case for a while. Riley should have been MVP. Judge was better than him in every category except home runs. Every category. If Judge played all the games and never got injured with his elbow, the Yankees probably would have won first place. That's how much of a difference he is. No one's going to, okay, if Kyle Riley got the cover, it's just the cover. But Judge is the perfect player for it. Now, what I loved, the World Baseball Classic Team USA roster. Oh my gosh. Bro. Team USA. I just wanted to what's cool about not having to talk about sports is you kind of just go whatever. There's so many, the rosters are nuts, okay? Pitchers, Bednar, Holmes, Griffin Jacks, Brad Kelly. Kershaw's going to pitch, I guess. Mason Miller, Joe Ryan. Yo, the starting pitching. Paul Skeens, Tariq Skubal, Logan Webb. Bro, that is a solid 1, 2, 3. Then you got Cal Raleigh, Will Smith. So you got switch hitting and you got right-handed hitter. The infield, Bregman, Clement, Gunnar Henderson, Terang, Bobby Witt. Bonkers. Outfielders, Buxton, Corbin Carroll. PCA, Aaron Judge. DH is Kyle Schwarber. Bro, like, this roster is nuts. You already know the Dominican roster is going to be great. This is easily the best American roster that Team USA has had in a long time. Seriously. This is and I wonder how that lineup would be, right? What would your lineup be if you were doing World Baseball Classic, right? Like, just looking at this whole thing. I mean, I prefer my guys. I prefer like my like power hitters to be in the 3 spot. But like, how would I even do Team USA lineup? You could put Carroll, Gunnar Henderson, or Bobby Witt lead off, and you wouldn't be wrong. I'm gonna put Corbin Carroll, right? Let's put him lefty, right? Lefty and speed to get on. 2. Lefty, you want to go righty? All right, cool. You know what? I'll mess with Bobby Witt at the 2. You could do that. Okay. Do you want to do lefty righty, or does it not matter? You could go Gunnar Henderson at 3, or you could put Judge. I'd rather put Judge up there. Cool. We'll do that. Cleanup. You want to put Gunnar Henderson? Okay. Buxton. You probably put Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber. It's fair. I feel like you could probably put Kyle Schwarber 5, but Schwarber's a perfect cleanup. Schwarber also does leadoff, which is insane. I'm gonna put Kyle Schwarber. Let's put Kyle Schwarber 4. In the 5, Cal Raleigh. You know what? You're right, KP. You are right. You're right. We're making this lineup together. Cal Raleigh, cleanup right behind Judge. 5, you could put Kyle Schwarber, right? Kyle Schwarber, or you could put someone like Buxton. 6, I'll probably put Gunnar in the 6. Now you got your table setters. Pens. Bregman. Now 8, you can go with Terang. Or you can go PCA. And Terang's got speed. And you got a solid, like, Corbin Carroll. What does he play? Left field, I think, or center. Bobby Witt, shortstop. Judge in right field. Cal at catcher. This is your DH. Gunnar shortstop. No, Gunnar second. Third base. You put PCA. You can put him in center field. Oh, you put Terang in center field. See, you got to put... I'm still missing a spot. We have third base, second base. You can probably put Buxton... You can probably put Schwarber at first if you wanted. But you probably would rather not. Depends on what you do. First baseman is who I'm missing. Who's the first baseman on this squad? You're not going to put Ernie Clement there. He's just an infield utility. Unless Kyle Schwarber is going to do first base. I mean, tentatively put him first base. Bro, that's a wicked lineup, bro. 1 through 9. Pound for pound, probably the best lineup in the tournament. And your first 3 is you have Schoolball. You can put Schoolball as your starter. Skeens, whatever. So many matchups you could play with. So many combinations. That's going to be an awesome team to watch. I saw Carlos Correa. Disgusting. Disgusting. What's crazy is you could really put Kyle. You could get away with Kyle Schwarber at the leadoff and put Corbin Carroll right in the middle, so you can have element of speed in the middle of the lineup. Woo! That's fun. That's fun. Now the issue is, I wouldn't say it's an issue, but the World Baseball Classic starts when? Because the dude, it's March is when the baby's coming. My son is coming around that time. So okay, March 3rd is when it starts. I want to see a big view. I don't want to see like this. When do they start doing group play? March 5th through 17th. If my son stays away, not only do I have a lot of work that month, but we're going to have to pick our spots. We're going to get on, whether it's Team Puerto Rico or Team USA, but Team USA, I think, will be insane. 5 through 11 is pool play. Okay. All right. So Pool B. Oh, USA is smoking Pool B. Mexico, Italy, Great Britain, Brazil, and the United States. USA is winning that pool. Like, we're smoking that. We're smoking that. Pool A is in San Juan, Puerto Rico, Panama, Cuba, Venezuela, and Canada. Pool B is getting nuked. The thing was, Carlos Correa is not playing. Yadier Molina. Now, Puerto Rico's going to be like a scrappy team, but Team USA, whew, obviously Japan. You know Japan is going to be no joke. But that in itself is going to be bonkers. I can't wait for the World Baseball Classic. So we'll see when the time gets closer what my schedule looks like, and we'll try to make sure we get live for a game. USA, definitely. Puerto Rico, I may not be able to get on one, but if we do Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, yes. Why not do a team Dominican Republic lineup? We might as well. All right. I saw Julio Rodriguez signed up for it. Wandy Peralta. Brian Abreu, Sandy Alcantara, Genesis Cabrera, Diego Castillo. They're going to have some throwers, bro. They're going to have some throwers. They're going to have some throwers. Gary Sanchez, Francisco Mejia. Infielders, Adames, Heimer, Cano, still playing. Devers, Pena, Ketel Marte. Wander Franco is playing too? No way. This can't be the one. Oh, I was about to say. I was like, Wander Franco not even in the league. Why I can't find it? I was like, whoa, that's old. All right. Yainer Diaz, Webster Rivas. Infielders Vladdy, Machado, Jose Ramirez, Ketel Marte, Junior Caminero, Perdomo. With Soto, Rodriguez, Tatis, and Rojas. Wander in jail. All right, we did Team USA, so Team Dominican Republic. Lead off. You could probably put. You could probably get away with Perdomo. Batting second, you probably put Tatis. Or you could put Soto. Ketel Marte. Usually Tatis is playing right field, right? No, left field. Excuse me. I'm putting Juan Soto at 3. I don't know if there's any way I'm putting Vladdy. I might put Julio Rodriguez. Vladdy Jr. You got your first baseman. You have your center fielder. 6. I probably wouldn't put Ketel Marte. So many people could lead off. 7, Manny Machado. But how do you not put Jose Ramirez in, right? So maybe you put Machado DH. You could swap that. You could swap that spot and put Ramirez at third base. And then your catcher will be Diaz. Another insane squad. So many combinations with the lineup that you could do. Yeah, man. Brickell. That's a lot. That's a good that's a lot of combinations right there. Team USA, I think Team USA is still just so complete. And there's no way I wouldn't want Jose Ramirez there. No, there's no way I wouldn't want Jose Ramirez in the lineup. Switch hitter, reliable glove at third base. Is there enough players for a PR lineup? Let's see. Come on. Nolan Arenado's playing for Puerto Rico. Where is the... Lindor, obviously. Kike Hernandez. I can't even find the roster. Victor Caratini, Riley Green. Like, it's a good squad. Spellman's finest, of course. We know Nick's going to be on there. I can't wait to see him on there. But I need him back. I need him back on that squad. You're right, KP. You are. But that's gonna be a very fun World Baseball Classic. I honestly cannot wait. Now, I need y'all thoughts. I don't know if you guys saw Brandon Marshall and Michael Irvin talking about Darrelle Revis. But anytime Darrelle Revis is mentioned, I'm always willing to offer whatever I have to say. Because here's what I'm going to die on a hill on. Darrelle Revis is the best corner of the modern generation what we've ever seen. Dion got the 90s. Dion got him. And I know there's great players like Champ Bailey, Woodson, Namdi. Darrelle Revis, hands down, the best corner that we saw in the 2000s. Hands down. I know it was a 4-year prime, but it was special.
I'm telling you right now, these dudes is different. Dion was Dion. He carved his own lane. I'm telling you right now, Onk, if you played against Darrelle Revis.
So were you trying to say Revis was better than Dion?
Let's go through the era. Let's go through the era.
Wait, I ain't even mean.
It's like the bias. This is gonna be like the Jordan. Dion and Darrelle Revis are always gonna be like the Jordan and Kobe debates. That's what it's similar to. Right? Everyone's always gonna have their take about the eras of who dominated what. And Revis will tell you, Dion paved the way. Like he paved the way and is rightfully so one of the best corners of all time. What Darrelle Revis did in 2009 will never be replicated again. I'm going to show you the stat list later. But, I went super viral on Instagram. I wish Irvin would shut up and let B. Marshall talk. It's so funny. Bro, I always reminisce. Okay, so we went crazy viral. I don't want to go crazy viral. We did really, really well on the Jets video from the AFC Championship game 15 years ago. Okay, went down memory lane. People were taking it super serious, like, oh, you're crying about it. What? We get it, bro. Damn, bro, let me cook, bro. 15 years I haven't watched my team in the playoffs. Let me watch my team. But, so Jet fans have a gripe about the past all the time. That's all we have. Revis not being Defensive Player of the Year in 2009 is still a travesty to me. Still a travesty to me.
Darrelle Revis was better than Dion. Are you trying to say Darrelle Revis was better than you trying to say
from a technique
Darrelle Revis?
From a technique standpoint, I put Darrelle Revis over the playmaker. Prime time. Yes. Now, from playmaking ability,
no way,
he's different. Let me tell you why. Oh, Darrelle.
I can't. You know what? Go ahead. Go.
No. Listen.
I can't even.
Listen to this. This era, Darrelle Revis. Okay, you talk about wide receivers. Darrelle Revis. There was a time, and we can probably find this this image where you
Chet Bailey and Charles were awesome, but yo, where is it? No. Oh. Bro, that image of Darrelle Revis' 2009 season, right here. Bro, this is never being replicated again. The caliber of receiver in this run was nuts. Andre Johnson, under 35 yard. Randy, twice. Marcus Colston, no slouch, twice. And that Saints team was a wagon. And Revis clamped it. T.O. Torrey Holt, no joke. Steve Smith, Reggie Wayne, and Ocho. Ocho got it the worst out of everybody. Ocho had it the worst out of everybody. All these guys, Hall of Fame players, different size, wide receiver profile, different types of things. Steve Smith, a completely different receiver from Andre Johnson. Randy Moss being Randy Moss. That's why when Randy did that one-handed catch on Revis, it was like, oh, nah. Because they caught him lacking. But the one receiver that I know, when Brandon Marshall says that Revis was technically the best sound, most fundamentally sound corners, he's not lying. Now, Brandon Marshall was the only receiver that could give Revis problems because he was so damn big. There's that video somewhere here.
Moore's first pass attempt. It's caught by Marshall.
Bro, he's like, he bounced him off the turf.
Here's Moore's first pass attempt. It's caught by Marshall, stiff arm.
And Revis, strong as hell, stood on him.
At the 40-yard line.
Well, there's the Bear defense.
Brandon Marshall was no joke, bro.
That's a matchup I came to see.
Bro, that's a big wide receiver, dog. That's 6'4", 225, 230 pounds.
This one-on-one with Marshall, who pushes off, breaks to the inside. Ball
let him play
perfectly. Brandon Marshall needs to get going.
Woo!
In this game for the Dolphins.
Yo, this is back when football was a physical game. And they let the defense do what they had to do.
Now you can see Marshall, 6'4", 230.
Bro, that's a big man, bro.
He has that strength to play against Revis.
You don't want to deal with those problems. You don't.
Now we have Moore from the 30. Back shoulder throw caught by Marshall on Revis. First down gain of 20 for Miami.
Boy,
he's way bigger than Revis, by the way. Way bigger.
He's been working with Moore
Woo!
all year.
Physical, hand fighting.
Outside down the far side.
Great ball. Not gonna get upset.
Exactly.
That's a lot to deal with, bro.
This is the first time I've seen Revis one-on-one with Marshall. Remember last year, Antonio Cromartie matched up with Marshall. So far, Marshall meeting the challenge. He is playing like a monster.
Marshall, Denver, talked about it. I want to see him.
There it is.
If you're a Dolphin fan.
One-on-one, rep for rep.
Marshall talked about
I
don't want to be known as the Beast anymore, which is a nickname Jaws gave him in his rookie season in Denver. I want to be known as the Monster. And he said you need to bring some anger, some passion to this team.
Come on, show my clip.
Moore holds on.
Second, top of the side. That's the second. Take a look at number 31.
Oh, where's the clips?
At the top of the screen, Charles Clay. He's going to end up wide open on the backside.
Little double team. This is the one-on-one fade. One-on-one fade. Exactly what you want.
Moore from Marshall.
Nope.
Up by Revis.
What a battle.
They was duking it out, bro.
Ali out there, Jaws.
Yeah, I love it.
Two of the best. Bump and run down in the red zone. 6'5" Marshall. Timing's just
not around here, pal.
He just pokes it out with his left arm.
Funny story. I was actually banned from watching this game, guys. Okay? 2011. Me and science are not a thing. So my mom said, if you don't pass a physics test with a 90, you're not watching the Jet game until you do. Bro, why I came out with of course, I didn't even get close to a 90. I got like a 78. I was like, Mom, this is as good as it's gonna get. Like, just let me slide. She told me no. Yo, sent me down here sick. Sick. All I could do was put it on the radio and listen to the Jet game there, bro. I was down here tight in the doghouse. Bro, my mom was not jacking it, bro. At all. Why they didn't show that play, the pick six?
Continued, and that time the
so I had to sit and watch, listen to the game. I had to listen to my dad and them celebrating. I was tight.
Well beyond. Is the best in football, but you can't let him put his arms around guys and pull their jerseys. I just think the officials.
He was crying for pass interference on this play. So it's not pass interference. He was losing his footing.
And Coach Dayball feel the same way, but
they was tight
for the Miami offense after they got the turnover on the kickoff. Achilles in the second.
They keep skipping, man.
More.
Let's find Darrelle Revis. Same year. Yo. Cromartie, I love Antonio Cromartie. I loved him. But Dez Bryant was giving him the work that opening night against the Jets. He sat there and said, put 2-4 on me. They better put 2-4 on me. Bro, Dez had 3 catches for 71 yards and a touchdown on the opening drive of the game. Yep. Opening drive of the game. I remember it like this. He didn't get another catch the rest of the night. That's how good he was, bro. 3 for 71 on the first drive. Where is it? Jets versus Cowboys, 2011. Bro, he came out and fried Cromartie. Now this thing is in 420p.
Ottawa Hills.
This is in 360.
Southeastern Jungle State. Jim 3-4, Wisconsin.
Look at this.
Antonio Revis, Bartles, Temple, South Smith.
Oh, I think he had in the first quarter.
Antonio Cromartie.
All right, we're going down memory lane, fellas.
They play that 3-4. There's a quick
quality
drop, and the
sucks.
pass is caught by the electric Dez Bryant, and he gets spun down inside the 25-yard line.
Right? Dez comes out, takes a slant, almost houses it. Whatever. Where's the play? Excuse me while I scrub through. Third and goal.
The Jets only rush 3, and the pass
Back
is
shoulder
caught in
and
the end zone.
head
by
tops
Dez
Cromartie.
Bryant for a touchdown.
So he's like, yeah, put 2-4 on me. Bro.
Jets quarterback.
Oh, this is way better quality. Oh, my God.
Tony Romo on the down.
Can't get
There's
over
a
it.
million storylines tonight. One of the big
Oh,
ones.
this is so much better. Let's look at it again, everybody.
They play that 3-4. There's
Boom,
a quick
slant.
drop, and the pass is caught by the electric
Thank God we found
Dez
this one.
Bryant, and he gets spun down inside the
All right.
25-yard line.
Like a 50-yard
Dez
catch.
Bryant.
Third and goal, one-on-one.
The Jets only rush 3, and the pass
Head tops
is caught
Cromartie.
in the end zone by Dez Bryant for a touchdown. You never want to anoint a guy. Long-time Chargers. Lee try for Romo Smith. Able to penetrate that.
Where's that play?
Pace. 27
Now, I will tell
Romo
you.
on a roll to the right.
I will tell you, Dez did catch a wicked back shoulder on. So they've decided, I'm like, yo, we gotta put him up. We gotta put Revis on him. Put Revis on him. I was with my dad. We gotta put him on him.
Third down 8.
Third
from
and
the
8.
gun.
Check out this back shoulder throw and catch on Revis.
And Romo down the
That's
sideline,
perfect.
and that's Bryant. He does it again with Revis on the coverage.
Watch this against Revis. Usually Revis can
excellent
pin you
coverage.
against the sideline. Not that
perfect
time.
ball, perfect
Bryant
catch.
goes vertical.
I remember my uncle was like, this kid is a monster. He's a beast. We got to keep Revis on him. Yo, he didn't catch a ball the rest of the game. That was Dez's last catch halfway through the first quarter. Nope. They said they thought Cromartie was food.
After losing round one,
Revis lost that first rep and never lost another rep the rest of the game.
After losing round one, Revis wore Bryant down.
It's just assault at the line. Tight. He's tight.
Come on, boy. Stop running.
The frustrated wideout didn't catch another pass all game.
He was just laughing at him.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm just holding them down. Come on, guys. Let's.
And he got the interception off of him. Chad had it the worst, bro. And I know he talks about it. He had that man in jail.
Better get the paperwork ready.
Palmer steps up to avoid the heat and then throws into the wing for Ocho Cinco, and it is incomplete. He's covered by Darrelle Revis. And Palmer's going to throw in that direction.
Smacked him.
And the pass is incomplete, and Ocho Cinco gets whacked by Kerry Rhodes. So he gets inside of Revis, and then with safety help.
Perfect coverage,
Rhodes
inside safety help. Great, cleaned them.
He's had
Cleaned
some
them.
big days, but he has been number 3.
2nd and 1.
There's nowhere to go, bro.
Gets blanketed by Revis.
He has taken the premier wide receivers in the NFL and done this to all of them. They talk about no shutdown corners anymore.
You're not catching that.
At least one. It has been no contest.
Yep.
From the beginning, Darrelle Revis has really taken it to Ocho Cinco. You don't know how much. His knee was a factor, but just watching him run, it looks like he's running fine to me.
As Revis.
There was a clip of like Revis shoving the hell out of Terrell Owens. Let me see if we can find it. Bro. Revis in 09 was just a different man, bro. Okay? And if you want to go there, even Megatron got it. Even Megatron
really agree
got
with
it.
that against giant guy inside the and Revis. Johnson. Job at best, lines up in the backfield. Stafford to throw on first down. Up top, Calvin Johnson. And broken up by Darrelle Revis. So they waste no time trying to get the ball to Johnson, and Revis comes up with his first breakup.
Well, I think the game before this, Megatron went off for like
outside,
200.
Then gets inside, and that's perfect position. The big guy inside the shorter one, but Revis
you can't get better
in,
technically than that.
That's why he's
stride for stride. Stride for stride with Calvin Johnson.
Then gets inside, and that's perfect
Boom,
position.
inside,
the big guy
tracking the ball the whole way. Hands. Right in the middle of his hands.
Shorter one, but
Boom.
Revis getting in. That's why.
And the stat line was 1 catch for 13 yards. So, man, when Revis didn't get the defensive player of the year that year, I know Charles Woodson had the craziest year ever. Okay? Bro. Charles Woodson had an insane 2009. But to be honest, mind you, he beat Revis by double the votes. He got 28 out of 50 votes, and Revis had 14. While Revis was considered the better shutdown cornerback, covering opposing wide receiver ones on an island, Woodson's versatile playmaker role for the Packers led to superior stats, including 9 interceptions, 4 forced fumbles, and 2 sacks. Had 3 touchdowns that year. Revis had 2. But when you think about what Darrelle Revis did, covering the guys that he did, week in and week out, he was the Jets defense that year. Number 1 defense in points and yards that year, and shut down an entire side of the field, allowed the Jets to really just blitz like maniacs. And the Jets don't make the AFC Championship game that year without Darrelle Revis. The impact that he had on the team in my opinion, was worthy of him being the Defensive Player of the Year. And the fact that people still talk about the 2009 season that he had shows that his season was more memorable than Charles Woodson, even though Charles had the better season, had the better overall career, you can argue, and the better season statistically. Why would you throw to him? Why not? And so I always love talking, like, going back in history. NFL history is really dope. Football, all that, especially with the Jets. And when a player like Revis is on the Jets and was part of history, you just got to talk about it all the time. I still feel like he got robbed. What do you think? Rex Ryan was pissed. Rex Ryan was pissed. It's just like it's annoying when you have history not get memorialized appropriately because whatever reason they decided to go with the stats. And listen, the stats are the stats. But it's tough to watch, bro. Now, I can't even get over it. I can't get over it, bro. Seriously. Now, the really cool thing, what do we think about the Super Bowl uniform matchups? It's such a silly little thing, right? But I like the contrast. I like the contrast. It would have been pretty cool to see the Seahawks blues with the gray pants. That's a pretty neat uniform. But the complete blue, navy blue, it's good. The icy whites, you can never go wrong with icy whites in the NFL. You can never go wrong. I don't know if they would do this. I don't know if they would do the throwbacks. They have to like make an exception for it and make it happen. Icy whites, always clean. Full blue is cool. To me, the patchwork is better on the Patriots uniform than it is on the Seahawks uniform, in my opinion. Right? They're commemorating the 50th season. That's cool. But now the USA patch is too high on the shoulder and too far to the right. But the patch, it's just a lot. It's a little loud. You know? Obviously, you have USA 250 and you have Super Bowl LX. Pretty neat. But with the way that they actually looked on the players, it was pretty nice. The icy white is whew. I'm sure it'll look fine on TV. And actually, the patch there, when you see it on the uniform, it's not that bad. It was like they put the USA down and the Super Bowl one further up. Pretty cool. I think it flows pretty nice. I'm glad they made that adjustment of making the smaller logo of the Super Bowl LX on the top right shoulder and the USA 250 there. It's cool. I didn't know they were going to put that patch there, so it was actually surprising to see. And it looks good. The 250 patch is extra, though. You know, this would be super neat if they didn't have the USA 250 patch. I didn't know they were going to put that on there. The Super Bowl LX patch higher and the patch, those swapping that is nice, but it would have been clean to have the 50th anniversary and the Super Bowl right there. It would have been super nice. The Patriots icy whites are clean. I mean, you know, I can't stand the Patriots, but man. Now, if you have the captain patch, like Drake May does here, it adds a little bit extra. It's tough to put that and have it combat against the shoulder pad stripes. But I would say the USA 250 looks really good on the Patriots uniform because it flows with the color scheme. A lot going on. I thought they were pretty fire. The icy whites are clean. But I saw something about the end zones. I saw something with the end zones. And I was like, damn, I wish they would just put like a red for the Patriots just to put red. Super Bowl end zones. Yeah, both navies not the vibe, bro. Like, you want to have the contrast. The allure of the contrast is where it's at. The contrast would have been fire. Someone said they wish they put the helmets and the Super Bowl logo in the middle and the helmets at the 25-yard lines. If they made the Patriots end zone red, clean, but they're both blue. You want to have the field just look like, wow, look at that. You know, look at that field. And how it's just so silly. Obviously dumb things, but you see, like, if it was something like this, clean. Seahawks helmet, Patriots helmet, red, blue, make it contrast. It shows the difference in the league. This is a gas concept. But this is what it looks like it's going to be. So, I live with it. We can live with it. Ultimately, doesn't matter. But these are like the little silly things we worry about, right? Now, the Sam Darnold stuff. Everyone's going to get on the Jets about, oh, they let him go. They should have never let him go. Listen, I'm well aware about the Jets and Sam Darnold. Where the story for me with Sam Darnold started as I didn't trust USC quarterbacks when we first got Sam Darnold. You know, we had Sanchez, Leinart before that. Didn't have much success in the league. And so when we drafted Sam, I really wanted Josh Rosen. But I was still happy with it. I was like, you know what? I love Sam. I went back and forth between Sam, Baker Mayfield, and Josh Rosen. I liked Josh Allen, but I just thought the inaccuracy would translate to the NFL, and I was dead wrong. I'm wrong a lot. Clearly, I chose the wrong football team, right? But Sam's just showed so much talent and so much potential. Even that first game, bro, like that first ball that he threw, like Sam's first touchdown, and no, not the pick six, but Sam's touchdown. When I saw this touchdown, I was like, oh, he's him. Oh, he's him.
Sam Darnold with time, looking deep downfield into the end zone. Touchdown,
great ball,
Jets,
great location.
Robbie Anderson. And the first TD throw.
Yes, KP, because Josh Allen had like Josh Allen's tape was gnarly. But bro was dead. Like, bro was dead inaccurate. I was like, yo, this man can throw the ball 70 yards downfield, but he can't hit nothing. Yo, look at Sam Darnold throwing to Robbie Anderson, Quincy Enunwa, Terrell Pryor.
First and 10, 2 timeouts.
I was at this game.
Darnold slings one, caught by Pryor. And look at him go into the secondary. Brought down by Jones.
Yo, real ones remember how good Terrell Pryor was, bro, because bro could do anything. He could run, catch, throw, just like a supremely gifted athlete.
Darnold second down and 10.
The scrambling ability.
Looking for a block, and he got it from Carpenter.
Just great.
Good block by Shell. Good catch by Enunwa.
Enunwa was a good player, too, for the Jets. I need to get to another game. How about this ball?
You gonna show it? I hope not. We have
look off the safety. Bam.
Darnold throwing. Deep ball.
Right in the bucket.
He's got Anderson for the touchdown. That was a fabulous throw. Roby with good coverage here. Anderson
you can just drop it anywhere. Sam was just nice, bro. Sam just had the game, bro.
2nd and 5. Darnold. Over the middle. It's caught by Pryor.
And then Pryor got in trouble, and then he was gone. It was, like, so dumb. I'll never forget him going bar for bar with Aaron Rodgers. I remember being in P.F. Chang's watching this play.
Darnold right.
The scramble
Darnold
play.
Flushed out. Williams giving chase. Darnold escapes, trying to buy himself some time. Fires, end zone. It's caught. Anderson. About off-schedule plays. Look.
He's just nice, bro.
Back to throw, scrambling again to his left. Looking to throw on the run. Does so, and it's caught.
Man, I'm rooting for Sam, bro. You know, Sam has been able to rebuild his career, and it's so hard to see. It's so hard and rare to see quarterbacks turn their careers around because not everybody gets that opportunity. You know, once the Jets hired Adam Gase, I'm going to show y'all my reaction when we first hired Adam Gase. Because every Jet fan collectively knew that it was going to be bad. Oh, the coordinators for the Jets? We have Brian Duker. Brian Duker was the defensive coordinator that we got. It seems like Wink Martindale came into town and the whole tune of the Jets' approach just changed. But Aaron Glenn's going to call the plays for the defense, which I actually like. I actually like coordinators that have a specialty, your offense or defense. If you're good at calling defense, then stick with it as a head coach. There's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that got you there. So why would you switch off? So people are saying, like, oh, Aaron Glenn, you know, the Lions defense, he's not a good coach. Listen, in Glenn's last season as the defensive coordinator for the Lions, they were top 10 in DVOA and top 7 in points per game. So they were an elite defense. Yeah, Wink had a great year, but Wink hadn't been a good defensive coordinator in a while. So good question that you had there, KP, because, you know, there's always like, you know, he's a name, but when was the last time this guy had success? You know? So Aaron Glenn calling the Jets defense is not a bad idea in my thoughts. I don't think it's that bad. They were a great defense in 2024. They happened to lose half their squad. So I like the fact that Aaron Glenn's unit as a defensive coordinator continued to improve. Duker was actually the safeties coach for Aaron Glenn for 3 years over there, and he helped develop Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch. And so I like the fact that he's a young, bright defensive coordinator or defensive coach, knows defensive backs, is aligned with the coach in terms of philosophy and aggressiveness. And then, yeah, you didn't keep up with him in Michigan. It wasn't good for him, that's for sure. It was not good for Michigan and Wink together. But you'd rather be a little early on a defensive coach that shows promise and see where you could develop him. If he can align with Glenn on the philosophy for the defense, and they can get talent, which we need badly. I want to make sure that, you know, we have a defense. If Glenn's gonna go down, if Glenn's gonna go out, if it's gonna go that way, I'd rather him call the defense and call his own shots. I think it's better for him. Now, offensive coordinators, we interviewed Frank Reich. We interviewed Greg Roman. Not a very inspiring group of men, in my opinion. I thought, personally, Tanner Engstrand, our offensive coordinator, showed some good things. So him being let go or having his play call duties removed, I don't know where that comes from. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that we're not aware of, and that's okay. But I thought he was deserving of another opportunity to try to grow into the role. But clearly there wasn't much of a fit. I don't know. I wish he would have stayed. I wish they would have given him a better chance, but what's done is done. He's not going to be on the team, and that's that. And apparently the cap space is going to go up a lot. They just announced that the NFL cap space is going to grow Let me see. The projected cap space right now for the football teams. The Jets are going to be top 5 in cap space. And what's scary, look at Seattle. Look at Seattle with top 5 cap space. And they're in the Super Bowl. Is that not a team that's primed to be much better? That's going to be something. If they win the Super Bowl and have that much cap space, insane. Look at New Orleans and Kansas City. Dallas, minus 31. Giants, 7 million. They got to make some money. They got to make some moves. Guys got to get busy. But the Jets are going to spend some money. We're going to get some players on this team. And that's all I can ask for. That's all I can ask for. Just improve. Just improve the squad. So, and I'm sure there's more room for y'all to do. So it's interesting, man. I'm pretty stoked to see where this goes. You know, I said this the other day. The Jets have 90 days to show everybody that they're worthy of being even looked at. So there's going to be a whole new coaching staff. There's going to be free agents. There's going to be a lot of veterans. There's going to be a lot of draft picks. And by that point, we'll have a better assessment of where the team is at. And then, of course, camp starts and training camp and preseason. And then the games start. And that's where the real evaluation is going to be. You know, a lot of Jet fans rightfully are frustrated with where the team is going. And where they're, and they can be pessimistic. Like the results suck. Last year was whack. But let's see. KP, if you're still here, tell me how you feel about Mike McCarthy. So I'm willing to let them see how it goes, bro. You hate it? Oh, man. Who did you want to be your coach if it wasn't going to be McCarthy? The interviews were a sham. He said anyone but Mike. Yes, he did. Yes, Notorious. The fact that you remember that is crazy. KP literally said anybody but Mike McCarthy, and there go the Steelers. They just decided to go right there. I'm guessing it seems like the Steelers just want somebody that's an established coach, has a track record of success. They don't have time for a rebuild. They don't have time for a guy to grow. Flores or Shulos, who I wanted. Flores would have been a really nice pickup for y'all, I thought. But I wonder if just the optics of the lawsuit right now, would they do that? So do you think this improves the chances that Aaron Rodgers returns to the Steelers is the question. Want Brian Flores, but after hearing about Mike McCarthy, now I just want anybody but Yo, I cannot believe KP must have a complex relationship with his football team because he has it. KP, you have it pretty good. You know, your team is consistently good. But they do things that get you under your skin. Notori, did you go back in time to the previous stream to find that comment? That is so funny. He pulled up the receipts on what KP said about the Steelers coach. But KP's probably like, I feel like if I could put this, if I could summarize it as someone that's a fan of a team that's, nope, just oh, okay. Smart. That's cool. He pulled up the receipts on you, bro. Don't do anything that's going to incriminate you in the stream because Notorious will rat you out. That's funny. That is so cool. I'm guessing you would trade off a year of the Steelers being mediocre if you had a coach with upside and that was innovative and young and has a modern approach to the league and not going to look at things archaically, right? As McCarthy is successful, he did have talented teams in Dallas. But does his style of play and coaching translate to the modern game? And I think that's where you, if I could speak for you, I'm sure like maybe most Steeler fans would agree, we would rather have a younger coach with better upside, get a coach, really rebuild, and really build something sustainable. That's interesting. Who do you want to draft at 21? You know what? We should do a mock draft. Let's do a mock draft simulator. I like to do one mock draft a day. You don't want Ty Simpson at 21? Should we do a 7-round draft? And I just ask you guys who you want to draft as? I'm going to do Jets, Steelers, Giants. All right. But you guys got to tell me who you want to pick. We'll do it fast. What do you think? We'll do it fast so it goes quick. All right. We're drafting for 3 teams. I'm doing Jets and all that good stuff. Fernando Mendoza. I'm going to go Darrelle Revis. Now, you want Carnell Tate? The board is Carnell Tate, Caleb Downs, etc. You had some picks to draft. Trade offer. You don't want to trade down, right? Trade down with Washington? Reject both trades? I'll reject both of them. Carnell Tate to the Giants. All right. Let me look at my situation here. Mekhi Lemon at 13 is gone. So the way I look at this is if I'm the Jets in this situation, I think I would want to trade down. At 16, I mean, you got Peter Woods, could help the Jets. Sonny Styles could definitely help the Jets. I don't know where I want to go, but let me see what trade offers I have. This, to me, is a little too rich. I'm not sliding 25 picks with this, so I'm going to reject this. I'm not picking this New England pick. Screw that. So I think if I'm going to go here with the Jets, we already got Darrelle Revis. I'm going to go with Sonny Styles. Ty Simpson in this pick goes 20th. Casey Concepcion, that's who you want? Bet. Ty Simpson at 20 is crazy high. Now, here's where the Jets could be a prime trade down spot. Right now, the Jets, for me, the Jets have 33-44, but nothing in the 103. So I personally would probably look at trading down and try to get some picks. I would have 41. Do I want to slide down this pick and pick up a future pick so I can get more cracks at it? I don't know. I'm tempted with this one to get more picks because I personally want to see. Let me see what's on offense. You have Trinidad Chambers and Garrett Nussmeier, Taylor Green. I might stay put here. The Jets already have my picks already so far. Darrelle Revis and Sonny Styles. Wide receivers, you got Chris Bell. You got Kamari Ramsey. Christian Miller, Caden McDonald. Let me see. I'm going to take Caden McDonald. I'm going to keep beefing up my defensive line. Giants, you want to take this trade? Probably not. Who do you want here? You have Christian Miller, AJ Halsey. You could probably use a safety. I'm just saying. Hey, I got a lot of Buckeyes on my squad. What do you think, Notorious? Who do you want here? AJ? Bet. Now, Jets, 56. Do I want to go to 56 and pick up a future second-round pick? Or do I want to drop 40 slots? That's crazy. I'll take this pick. I'll trade down. Pittsburgh. Who do you want here, KP? You got safeties. You got Keontae Scott. You got some players here. Keontae Scott. Okay. They're beasting the trade with me. Do I want to go from 56 to 83 when I'm already at 103? Honestly, I'm probably gonna go Kamari Ramsey here. I'm gonna go Kamari Ramsey. I'm completely restocking my defense. This is probably not the way the Jet fans will want to do it. Pittsburgh is 76, 109. Reject. Who do you want here, KP? Your picks so far? Casey Concepcion and Deontay Scott. I mean, it's probably not too. You probably won't know too many players on this spot, but you got some tackles. Need a quarterback. I'm really too defense heavy here. But the Jets need a lot of Jennings Drunker. Okay. Dunker. All right. You got another pick. Do you want to trade down and pick up another pick? Slide down 2 spots, pick up another spot. Pick 85 to 87. And you pick up 149. Honestly, I'll take it. Nope. Reject it. Bet. Christian Miller, Jadarian Price, Malik Muhammad, Zachariah Branch. Torian York. Man, how many picks you got, bro? Damn. Reject. Casey Concepcion, Keontae Scott, Dunker, York. Dominique Orange. Jets. Right now, my next pick, 103 to 127. I can pick up a couple more picks. I think I need more picks. I'm going to accept it and just go down. Garrett Nussmeier goes. Damn it. Giants, what do you say? I need a lot more cracks at it, bro. I don't have enough picks. I got too much defense, but it is okay. What do you say, Notorious? Right now, you have Carnell Tate and AJ Halsey. Chandler Rivers? Okay. Pittsburgh, again. Famo, Corleone, Perkins, Bentley. Let's see. Falali Famo. Right now, pretty balanced draft for KP. He's gone offense twice and defense 3 times. Yeah, no way we do this defensively, but it's how the auto sim goes. Mike Washington Jr. And the Jets. Here's where I'll take my crack at a quarterback, like Taylon Green. Not a great spot, but Cade from Clemson. I might go Roman Hemby here. All right, Steelers again. Yo, take Carson Beck. Take Carson Beck. I haven't watched much Cade. Take Carson Beck, KP. I know you want to. Why not? Giants, what's up? What's next for you? What's next for you, Notorious? Sam Heck, offensive line. Can't go wrong with that, especially in the 4th round. I don't like him, but at the Steelers, they'll just take him. And it'll inevitably start like 2 games. Aiden Fisher. Steelers, who's next? Josh Cameron. You know, I've heard some good things about Bud Clark at safety from the Senior Bowl. The guy is all over people. Bud Clark, 6'1", 185. Aaron Anderson, bet. KP wants all the receivers, bro. Damn, the Bills took Bud Clark. Damn it. Deion Burks. I don't know who I want to go here. I could use more edge. Derek Moore, Grayson Halton. Yes, I want Grayson Halton. He was. I saw some of his tape. Buddy's an issue. Let me see. Go with Deion Burks. Giants. Notorious. Thoughts? Almost done. I might give him Caden Curry. JC Davis. All right. I'm going to give you Caden Curry. I gave you an Ohio State boy. Let's think. Aaron Hall. Defensive line is a good spot to take in these late rounds. Damn. KP, you got some more people to pick. You got a lot of picks. Damn. Look at y'all. 238, 242. Double hitters here. Dalen Everett. Who's next? Dave Luley. You got another pick. Damn, you got mad picks. Mikhail Kamara from Indiana. He's got some size. He's got hella picks, bro. He's got 2 more. Drew Aller. Wow. Double quarterback. Screw it. Why not? Diego Pavia is there. He's a Pennsylvania kid. Like he's from up there, you know. Need arms, especially if Rodgers doesn't come back. Diego ain't gonna get drafted. I think. I'd be shocked if he does. The size, like, the size is small, bro. He's Size and annoying character. Best available. Let's go Colin Wright. I don't want that. I'll just take Mikhail Kamara. They want my pick really bad. Damn. It's all finished. So for the Jets, I went super crazy defense. Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, Caden McDonald, Kamari Ramsey, Taylor Green, Roman Hemby, Grayson Halton, Deion Burks, Mikhail Kamara, Dante Balfour. Giants, Carnell Tate, AJ Halsey, Chandler Rivers, Aiden Fisher, JC Davis, Curry, Aaron Hall, and KP went crazy. KC Concepcion, Keontae Scott, Jennings. Not bad. Hella picks. I think he'd be happy with this draft. I've had some drafts where I came out with something wicked. Like, I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more mock draft, just Jets. You go Reese, I could go Bane. Let me go with we'll go Ruben Bane this time. Pittsburgh's trying to trade up. I'll slide 5 picks. Who did they take? They took Ty. They traded up for Ty Simpson in the simulation. They traded up for Ty Simpson at 16 when he would have still been there. Thanks for the picks. Giants pick? Nah. Nasty work. I think you'd probably throw your phone out the window. I could go Casey Concepcion, CJ Allen, Denzel Boston. I might go Casey Concepcion. Do I want to slide back for a couple of picks? 5 slots? I'll take this one. So I slid down. Somebody else has offered me to trade down. I have pick 38. What's the trade offer? A 3rd round pick? I'll slide 2 more spots. It took D'Angelo Pons, damn it. Man. Caleb Banks, Christian Miller. I can hold for that. Now I got some picks to do that. Caleb Banks. I'll take Caleb Banks. And then I'll take Kamari Ramsey. I'll take that. I can slide down to pick 94. My pick so far, Ruben Bane, Concepcion, Caleb Banks, Kamari Ramsey. All players right now. Omar Cooper is interesting. Question is, would I... I'm going to go with Omar Cooper. Why not? Then see what happens. Reject. Reject. At 85, I'll take Garrett Nussmeier now. Then I'll have no picks till 175, which is crazy. But I got my quarterback, and I got a couple wide receivers. I got a safety, and I got a lineman. TJ Hall, Chris McClellan, Robert Henry Jr., Lewis Bond, Derek Moore. I'll take TJ Hall. Why not? What I might do is... I don't know a lot of these players here. I think Bud Clark got taken already. I need Garrett. Been impressive at the senior. Yeah, he has been. Problem is, he's a small quarterback with small hands, and that's usually not a good combination to have. You know what I'm saying? I'll take Drew Aller. Why not? Take a center. Ruben Bain, Casey Concepcion, Caleb Banks, Kamari Ramsey, Omar Cooper, Nussmeier, TJ Hall. Not bad. But yeah. Oh, man. So what y'all got going on this weekend? What's the word? I'll be working tomorrow, and then Sunday will not be working Sunday. I got to cut a lot of content. I got a couple good things here. We're back into Sam Darnold. We're back on Darrelle Revis. Not watching the Pro Bowl, that's for sure. I remember actually sitting down watching it when it was actually a decent game to look at. Oh, wow. I've been approved a year for my concealed. That's great. Watching UFC? Very fire. Where's the video of me flipping out when we hired Adam Gase? Back on the Sam Darnold thing real quick. Back on the Sam Darnold stuff. Peyton Manning set you up with Adam Gase. Bro, back when we hired, Jets expected to hire Adam Gase as head coach.
What? Bro, he sucks. He sucks. He sucks. Why?
Yo. And then, what is this? January 9th. Okay, January 9th. Let's look at yours truly in November.
Please.
This is me in Miami. This is me in Miami losing my mind. Now, excuse the French, okay? Couple beers deep, really pissed that the Jets are about to lose to the 0-11 Dolphins.
Please. Please. Can they fire Adam Gase? Can they fire this fucking coach? We're gonna fucking lose to a team trying to lose.
I was out of control. Not very proud of it. I don't crash out anymore at games, okay? I don't crash out anymore. I stopped. Bro, I was so hot watching us just absolutely do nothing. I remember this Dolphin fan. She was like,
J-E-T-S, suck.
I was laughing. I was so I was like, it was cool. Miami's a good sports place to watch a game. You know? Just a waste of time. Like, bro. Adam Gase was an incredible waste of time. You knew when he got hired it wasn't going to happen. It's a nice stadium to watch a game. It's hot, though. That was mine. That was my custom jersey. I had my own jersey on that one. It was so bad, bro. It's crazy, bro. I was so mad. What an incredible. The Jets just ruined it. Jets are worse than the Texans. Yeah, we know that. But you guys haven't won a Super Bowl, so I want to hear it. Teams that don't have a Super Bowl can't say anything to me. Okay, I know the Jets Super Bowl was way before I was even born. My dad wasn't even born. But I refuse. I refuse to be laughed at by teams that don't have a Super Bowl. Okay? Just remember that. Remember that. CJ Stroud, absolutely sold. The sell of the century, bro. Bro tripping. Anywho, I appreciate you guys coming in. We'll probably have a more refined prediction and breakdown next week. Aiming for Friday. I kind of like this Friday cadence. Just hang out on a Friday and just talk ball. I appreciate it, KP. Thank you for coming by. We talked Revis. We talked Mike McCarthy. We talked Sam Darnold. We talked World Baseball Classic. A lot of content for the next week. Super Bowl prediction next stream. Yes. Friday, we'll be back. We're going to talk Super Bowl 60, predictions, all that good stuff. And, yeah, this was a good time. Appreciate you guys being here as always. Stay safe. World is crazy out there. Keep your mind free. All right, boys. Appreciate y'all. God bless. I'll see y'all later.